Kristina from Leafy Luster, and today I am Spotty Kristina. Wait a second. Much better. I have way too much energy and motivation today, so I decided to reorganize my entire collection basically. I went on vacation recently and I had to group all of my plants into bins and boxes just so my neighbor could take care of them a little bit more easily. I was scared shitless when I went away, but I already had a check and I think all of them are doing fine. No plants are dying so far, so I hope they all made it. A few notable mentions are my FTUM and Affogato Friday with gorgeous new leaves. I'm very happy. But we also got some yellow leaves, which is totally normal and fine. Prop boxes looking good. And the plant wall got a new big monstera leaves as well. Today I want to clean the leaves, clean the pots, reorganize the plants into their proper places, maybe switch them around a little bit, do some winter prepping, check for pests, the list goes on and on. So we better get going. Before leaving, I put all of my bigger plants into this huge tub with some felt on the bottom to bottom water. I had to take all of them out of their cache pots. Let's just get all the pots. I think that's the way to go. These are most of the pots that I took off. Let's clean them. While I'm at it, I'm going to clean everything, including this card. Welcome to the floor. I'm going to clean all of the pots now. Probably listen to some music while I do this. Let's roll. So it's good to do this once in a while because, as you saw, there is just like a lot of disgusting stuff on the bottom of the pots. Plus you don't know what is crawling around in the dirt in the pot. Done. This took like an hour, half an hour maybe. Yeah. My hands are dissolving now. Let me show you. Yeah. Okay, so let's get the plants and just start putting them into pots and just sorting things out while we go. I think I want to start with the hanging plants. It's really empty right now. Let's shower them and then hang them up so I have the space down here to put more plants again. I'll have to say it's amazing how fast these plants grow. If you're away for 2 weeks, it feels like this plant got like twice as long as it was before. It's a wonderful trailing plant. All nice and clean. In regards to winter prepping, it's pretty important to clean off the leaves since there is a lot of dust on there, and especially in winter when you don't have a lot of sun hitting the leaves, you want the surface to be as clean as possible. Bruh. You remember when I cut this baby? It has grown back like basically all of the length that I cut off already. Let's go. You see this? This is way too long already. Oh no! I want to hang up my huge string of hearts variegata. Just look at this beast. I love it. It's so long. I'll probably have to trim it off as well. I tried to choose light pots to hang on here just to be a little bit on the safe side. Last plant will be my amazing Hubertia Goebli. I got this one from Equagenera and I love it, so it's going to get this spot. I think this looks good. Right over here I have another plant hanger and I love the design of it. I had a Brazil in there that unfortunately died pretty much. So I'm looking to replace it with something. I think I have the right plant. This Epipremnum Cibe Blue would be perfect for the lighting conditions in this spot. Just have to find a pot for it. Yeah. What do you think? I think it will grow in nice. Let's clean it down here. Let's be honest, how often do you clean your plant stands or windowsills? I rarely do it and they are really dirty. Now listen, I think this is going to be the hardest part for sure, because now I really have to decide what I think looks best and also factor in the lighting conditions that I can provide, for example, here in the space. I have a grow light on top of here and I usually attach another one down here, so I'm bumping up the light intensity quite a bit. Maybe some philodendrons or syngoniums. I'm really clueless. First plant is going to be a Syngonium Wendlandii. It's the one with the white stripes in the middle of the leaves and velvet leaves, which is amazing. So let's start with this. Another plant that was always really happy with this spot right here was my blue star fern. It has gotten quite large leaves by now. I think this one will fit with this little basket as well. I also have this pot and I think it also fits the theme. But what do I want to put in there? I think I want to stay within the Syngonium theme and go with the Syngonium mottled. It has like white-ish green variegation, something like that. I think this looks nice. I'm always so excited to redecorate plants and to switch things around, because usually once you find a place for a plant, you want to keep it in there for a while. And I do, but whenever I rearrange drastically, it feels like, I don't know, like everything's fresh and new and you have like a new collection, and then it's so exciting. I don't know, it's like a new start and you can see how well the plant does in its new spot and it's exhilarating. This basket also fits the theme perfectly. Oh, I think this looks so nice. Do you think this would fit? It's my Stephania erecta, which is going into dormancy. I think the leaves will be gone soon, but is it okay? I think it looks good. Lastly, I think I want to put this blue star fern, what is it? Davina. It looks pathetic. It has barely any leaves and there are a few new ones coming in. I'm trying to like save this one kinda. Yes, yes, and double yes. This is my favorite pot of all times. I don't know why, but I love the shape, the color and the size. It's a good couple. Looks weird, but it's a good couple. Yeah, I think we're good. I think it looks amazing, honestly. I think it's good. This took way too long. Let's move on. Let's get to the most exciting part to decorate, the card. Ta-da! This is my pride and joy, my little service card that I refurbished myself. On here I usually have my most beloved plants that are too big to put anywhere else, that need a lot of light because it's right in front of a southwest facing window. Number one, Monstera in the no drainage glass, which is doing fine. Actually getting a new leaf right here and it's looking pretty white, so I'm kind of scared. I also want to add my Alocasia frydek, the variegated one. I found that if you keep it a little bit too dark, as I did before, the variegation will be visible, but it will be quite dark and more like greenish and will never really develop into a nice white variegation. This leaf got more than enough sun and it's already looking much brighter. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice and heavy so that the plant does not fall over. Another Alocasia that really enjoys the sunlight is my green Alocasia frydek. The leaves on this thing are huge. I attribute this to the bright light that it was getting over the summer. I'm also thinking about putting my Philodendron gloriosum in there. Look at this new leaf unfurling. And guys, look, I will have to repot it soon. It's already growing outside of the pot. Maybe like here, so that the new leaf can grow towards the light somehow. Another staple plant that has to go on the card is my huge Paideia peperomioides, the irregular green one. I have it growing like sideways, downwards somehow. See the stem? It has to have like a front row seed somewhere here maybe. My string of hearts variegata that grew a lot since the plant purge that I did. Peperomia angulata, really cute. I always have it in a little cat planter. It also sits here. Typically. Perfect. Another plant that absolutely needs to be on there is my big Mama Monstera variegata. I don't know, broskies. What do we think? I rearranged it and I love it now. I think it fits all nicely. No one is blocking anyone else like too much. I'll leave it at that so we can move on to the bottom tier, which is already pretty fixed because I know which plants can handle a little bit of lower light down there and will still thrive. So I'll just stick them all back in and fill it out a little bit. What does really well down here is my Maranta. So I have my huge Maranta Cachoviana variegata here, and this is pretty much the only plant that suffered a little bit of loss or damage while I was gone. We have this yellow stem right here. I will just chop it off. I'll put her back in her usual spot. Next I have the Maranta Leuconoira fascinata lemon lime, I think. So it is the one with the light waning, and this one is so cute. I should probably give it a repot soon. But so far it's going to go in one of my favorite pots because it looks absolutely adorable. Lastly, another Maranta Cachoviana, but this is just a plain green one. I think I can prune a little something as well. Back here. The card is all done. It's looking so good. I don't know, I just love it. It's the best. Let's move on to the couch corner. Whoa. Guys, I hate myself. There has been a terrible accident with the light right here. Oh gosh darn it. No. Fuck me. Okay, so it's basically just a huge mess. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so one of them I destroyed completely now, which is like, so angry. This leaf was so big. It was the biggest leaf that this plant has grown yet, because it was finally really grabbing onto the moss pole, and I just ripped it straight off. Oh no! I'm really sad. Like almost all the leaves are broken. Oh my goodness. And then there's soil everywhere, of course. And then obviously it had to. My FTUM microphyllum from Ecuador, the light obviously had to fall directly onto the new growth that was just emerging. It was just going too well, right? For my couch corner, I first need to clean. And now let's assemble. I decided to make it my FTUM corner. So if we have a closer look, I have my FTUM clarinarium, my verrucoianum, my microphyllum, the crystallinum, and the arisemoides, and then my big gloriosum, as well as my Rhaphidophora foraminifera, and the now beheaded Monstera esqueleto. Oh, and my tried and true Stromanthe triostar, which does not need any care, literally, and is just happy in the corner. And we forgot I have a hanging pot there. Let's go for a quick improv propagation session on my esqueleto since I destroyed it. We are left with barely any leaves on top of here. It got decapitated as well. So I think I'm going to cut it back until here. I wish I had made like a proper propagation video for this. It sucks so bad. Like, look at this root right here. Just goes into the soil. Moss poles do work. If you can keep them moist, and this one is like a self-watering moss pole, they are really good. As with any other monstera, I'm going to cut in between the nodes to make single node cuttings and then pop them into some perlite probably. You can see there are multiple new roots on here and a little tiny auxiliary bud as well. Status quo. It's getting a little bit more empty. The tubs that I had to bottom water are also getting less full, aka empty. This Hoya Serpens is going back up into my self-made macrame hangers. Like so. Okay. Second plant for this spot will be the Senecio heriano. So this is the string of tears. I think it looks great. This little table is exclusively for plants. Usually I have plants on here that love sunlight, that can handle a lot of sunlight, and I'm not really switching it up that much since I know that these plants like this spot. Start with the Sansevieria mazoniana. Then I'm going to put a Monstera stanleyana. This one is really white and You see the issue with those variegated plants with sectoral variegation. These white parts usually cannot sustain themselves, especially if the plant gets low light, which unfortunately for the past 2 weeks while I was on vacation she got. So I immediately was rewarded with those brown crispy edges. This will eventually happen if you have all white leaves. If you can, give this plant a moss pole or something to climb on, because otherwise it will only produce runners and no leaves. I'm falling in love with this plant each and every day I see it. The red foliage on this one is stunning. New leaves come in a really dark wine red, and it can get really bright orange. Especially if it gets a lot of light, you will really have this pop of color in there. It's a really good plant, especially for autumn, as the name suggests. A Sansevieria Moonshine. This is the really light colored one. I also keep a Philodendron White Princess in here. And I find that as long as it's shaded a little bit by another plant, it really enjoys the high light situation. Then I have my Amorphophallus atroviridis. This one is supposed to go dormant, I think. So I guess it will go dormant soon. I want to hang a third basket here in this corner to hang my Hoya Mathilde in there. It's the slightly splashy one. I also have my Hoya obovata here. It has really chunky big leaves. We've got 2 little baby leaves coming in right there at the side. Okay, these I have here as well, and I guess I'm completely done for the day. I'm hungry, it's late, it's getting a little bit dark outside, so I think I'm going to call it a day and continue tomorrow. I still have to do the entire grow shelf. Let's do this another day. I'm going to make some pizza now. Bye! Hello!